My name's Rachael, Plaine, and I'm here at Berkshire Yoga Dance and Fitness. And I think I'm live on Facebook right now. If you join me, oh, maybe I'm going live right now. Oh my goodness. If you joined me this morning, I shared with you that Facebook's a little different right now. So I logged in this morning to do our live, and it looks totally different. So I hope it's working. So I think we are live right now. I know we are live right now. And my name's Rachael, Plaine, and I'm here at the studio at Berkshire Yoga Dance and Fitness. And we are here for Candlelight Yoga, which is our 5:30 to 6:30 gentle flow class. So we're going to get started in just a moment. I can see that you guys are hopping on, so thanks for joining us tonight. If you're new to our videos, we've been live streaming since the quarantine began a couple months ago, and we offer a bunch of classes on Facebook Live. Hi Helen, it's so good to see you. I was wondering if I would see you tonight. I missed seeing you in the morning, so welcome tonight. Great. So we'll get started just momentarily. So we've been live streaming classes on Facebook. We've been sharing videos on YouTube, trying to just keep our community together, keep moving together, keep learning together in this virtual world, and doing the best to just find some peace and joy and relaxation during these times that we especially need it most, with everything that's going on in the world around us. I know myself and many of us have very heavy hearts with the state of things that are happening. So I just want to acknowledge that and recognize that, and know that we are here for you in any way that we can be, as a place for you to try to let go of any anxiety, stress, uncomfortability, tension that you're feeling, anger, sadness, all the stuff. So I'm really glad that you're taking this time out of your day to be here to do something good for yourself. Hi Jane, it's so good to see you. I was just on the phone with my mom before we started, so she'll be thrilled to know that you are here. Great, so let's get going. So if you're just tuning in, we're here at Berkshire Yoga Dance and Fitness. We are here for our Candlelight Yoga class. It's an hour-long class. It'll go from 5:30 to 6:30, or from now to 6:30. And we will start on our mats lying down tonight. So you don't need anything special. If you have props that you like to use, like a blanket or a bolster or blocks, just have them nearby. If you're new to this practice, it's going to be a gentle flow class. It's beginner friendly, so all are welcome. You can adjust and modify however you need or like. And we'll get right to it. I'm hoping you can hear me okay. It's hard to tell with this new setup on Facebook if the volume of the mic is all right, but I'm going to guess it's okay because I haven't heard otherwise. So we will get going, and I'll check back with you again at the end. Oh, my dear best friend Julie, how are you? It's so good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Great. So let's get started. So we're going to come lie down. So come back on your mat, and you can come on into a reclined position that feels comfortable. All right. Great. So starting on our back. So a lot of times we'll start seated, but tonight we're just going to drop right into a reclined position to kind of help drop our energy and our bodies and our minds, so we can tune in a little bit more easily perhaps. So come lie down, and then just take a nice big stretch. So send the legs away, send the arms away, stretch out your whole body. So feel your fingers, your toes, your arms, your legs, the side body, the belly, armpits. And then hug everything in. So gather your knees up towards the body, hold the knees or the shins, or wrap the arms around the legs, and take a nice easy rock. And eyes could be closed right now, or a soft, steady gaze. But if you're comfortable with closed eyes, that can help calm the fluctuations of the mind and let yourself go more inward, to let go of any external stimulation that might be happening in the room around you, or even just thoughts that are happening. Then bring your hands to your knees and circle the knees one way, and circle the knees the other way. Good. And then let the feet come onto the mat. Slide the hands down the thighs. Let the hands come to the low belly. The feet can be hip width or maybe wider if it's comfortable. Take them about as wide as the mat. And if you'd like, let the inner thighs and the knees fall towards each other so the legs are holding each other up. You're welcome to keep your hands on your belly or slide one hand up to the chest, one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly, or let the arms fall off the body into Shavasana. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through an open mouth. Good. Again, deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through an open mouth. Good job. Take that one more time. Deep breath in. And full breath out. Breathe in through your nose. Take all the breath in that you can. When you get to the top of the breath, just pause there, suspending the breath, being full of breath, holding, hovering. And exhale, slowly release the breath all the way out, following that pathway of the breath so there's nothing left at the bottom. You're eventually completely empty of breath. And do that again, deep breath in. Exhale, full breath out. Continue at your own pace. Allow your breath to start to wash over your whole body as if you could breathe into the outer edges and corners and places of the body that might not normally receive your breath. Let the breath wash over the mind, calming the mind, bringing more ease, more peace. Letting yourself settle into the space, settle into your body, settle into this moment. Feel your physical body start to relax, being held up by the earth, supported, cared for, held. Good. And as we lie here, deepening the breath, settling in, begin to tune in to whatever it is that you might want to invite more of. How do you want to feel after tonight's practice? How do you want to feel in your body, in your mind, in your heart? What do you need right now? What could help support you and hold you up? Holding that in your heart, and the next time that you breathe in, imagining that you could breathe that quality right into the body, right into the mind, right into the heart. Feeling that extend to all the edges and corners of the body, mind, and heart. And exhale, shedding anything you don't need to make space for what you do need or what you do crave or what you do want to create or manifest or how you want to feel or behave or act. And one more time, breathe it in. And exhale to make space. Good. Let the hands come off the body. They can stretch out to T, palms open to the ceiling. Let the knees come up towards the ceiling. Just widen the knees if that's comfortable and wiggle the feet together. Just take a moment to let the knees flop nice and wide and then stretch the arms above the head. You could let the back of one hand touch the ground and the back of the other hand fall into the palm of that hand. So you're cradling one hand into the other. Just taking a moment to feel that good stretch through the belly, through the armpits, through the hips. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, snow angel the arms back down to touch the outer edges of the thighs and legs, and bring the knees back up to the ceiling, widen the feet as wide as the mat, open the arms back to T, and start to take a couple windshield wipers with the knees. Let them fall left to right. So if you're just tuning in, we're here in our candlelight yoga class. I just realized I forgot the candles, so it's not very candlelighty, but normally we'd have candles throughout the studio. But it'll be a gentle flow class. So just letting the knees fall left to right. Loosening up any tension in the back and the hips. Good. Let the knees come over to the left. You're going to stay there. Turn your head over to the right and pause. You could close the eyes or soften the gaze. And we're just getting started tonight. So we're taking our warm-up on our back. So if you're just tuning in, you're here at the perfect time. We're just doing a brief meditation and starting to warm up and stretch our body. If you'd like to take that twist a little more deeply, bring the left foot on top of the outer edge of the right leg. And you'll be looking away from the knees. Good. Take a deep breath in. And full breath out. Breathing right into that side body and hip, creating more space with the breath, more room to let in whatever it is that you're seeking tonight. Good. Release the foot off the thigh. Bring the knees back through center. Send the knees the other way. Hold here. Or place the right foot on top of the outer edge of the left thigh. The head can turn away from the knees, and you'll hold for a few breaths there. If the foot's on top of the thigh, let it slide off. Bring the knees back through center. Wiggle the feet hip width distance. And now cross the left ankle over the right knee. Left ankle to knee. So you're in a figure four. And you could stay right here, or you could pick the right foot up and hold the back of the right thigh or the front of the right shin. You want to lengthen the neck and either pause here or extend the right leg to the ceiling. So you're in figure four. We're lengthening the spine, decompressing the spine, creating more space, more ease in the low back. Opening up the left hip and the right hamstring. And take another deep inhale. As you exhale, rebend the right knee if it was straight. Place your right foot to the mat. Open the arms to T. And now you're going to take that whole figure four and tip it towards the right. So go ahead and tip that shape over to the right. So the sole of the left foot's going to stomp down towards the ground, and then turn your head away from the knees. Take a breath there. Good. Bring the whole shape back through center. Uncross the legs, and then take the right leg over the left thigh. I'm going to pause there. So you could stay here. We're again just lengthening the back and opening the outer edge of the right hips. This might be a nice place to stay and breathe. If you want to intensify this, you could pick the left foot up and hold the back of the left thigh or the front of the left shin. Lengthen your neck, drop the chin, and hold and breathe. Good. Next time you breathe in, send the left leg high if you'd like. Otherwise, keep it bent or keep the foot to the mat and take a few breaths there. Good. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, rebend the left knee if it was straight. Place your left foot to the ground. Open the arms to T. And then take that whole figure four shape. Tip it over towards the left. The sole of the right foot can come down. The outer edge of the left leg can come down. And then turn your head away. Maybe close the eyes. And take a few breaths. Good. Bring the knees back through center, or the legs back through center. Uncross the legs. Bring your arms alongside the body and then turn your palms down. And your fingers point towards the short edge of the mat, towards the feet. From here, just drop your navel towards your spine. So tuck your tail, scoop the belly slightly, almost like a cat pose. Imprint your low back, but don't lift the hips. Just take that pelvic tuck like cat. Breathe out. Inhale like cow. Press the tailbone down. Lift the low back away. Let the belly expand. Exhale, round your back. Tuck your tail. Drop the navel towards the spine. Inhale back through cow, tail drops, belly lifts, low back floats away. And once more, exhale, drop the navel, tuck the tail. Inhale, pelvic tilt, lift the belly, drop the tail, open the low back. And then find a neutral position with the pelvis. From here, press into the feet and just elevate the hips. So you could lift them a little tiny bit, or you could lift them all the way up to thigh height. And exhale, lower them back down. You could take that again, just the hips, or if you want to get the arms involved, inhale, lift the hips, lift the arms. When the hips are at their highest point, the backs, the hands can touch the ground. And exhale, lower. So you're taking this nice, easy shoulder bridge. We'll do this a couple more times. Inhale, float the hips up, lift the arms up, let the backs, the hands touch the ground, let the hips be as high as they comfortably can be, and exhale, lower. One more time on your own with your breath. And when you land, just pause for a moment, take another full cycle of breath. And then gently come on to either side, coming into a fetal pose. Go ahead and bring the knees up into the belly, bring the arms into the chest, maybe rest the head on the hands. Holding there, and just reacclimating to being on your side now and how that feels as opposed to lying on your back. Good. Use the top arm to help press you up. You could keep your eyes closed or a soft, relaxed gaze. And come into cross legs. And then from your cross-legged position, take a big sun breath. Inhale, lift the arms. As you exhale, drag that energy down through the heart center to sit up tall and close your eyes. And take a moment to remember any intention that you set for this evening's practice, or if you're just joining us now, feel free to bring an intention in. Excuse me. The next time you breathe in, slide hands to the ceiling, lengthen the arms. Exhale to take the hands all the way behind you and drop your chin. Interlace your fingers. Press your fists down, float your heart open, squeeze the shoulders together, look up. And exhale, release the gaze, release the hands, roll the shoulders. Press into the fingertips, lift the heart. If you wanted to lift the hips, you could lift the pelvis up too. Press it forward. And exhale, release down. Put the other leg in front, so switch the cross of your legs. On an inhale, sweep the arms out and up. As you exhale, take the hands behind you, drop your chin, and interlace your fingers. Press the fists down, squeeze the backs, the shoulders together, open up the heart, the chest, the throat, the face. Exhale, release the gaze, release the hands, roll the shoulders. Press into fingertips, lift the heart. If you want to elevate the hips, go ahead and press the hips up. And exhale, release back down. From here, bring the soles of your feet together to bound angle or Baddha Konasana. You'll take a hold of the ankles, sit up as tall as you comfortably can. Take a deep inhale here. And as you breathe out, hinge at the hips to forward fold. So you could have a flat back. Now the shoulders are down away from the ears, on the shoulder, on the back body. If there's space, you could bring the hands to the feet and kind of open up the feet so the outer edges of the feet would touch and the soles of the feet would open up. And then maybe hinge forward a little deeper. You could press the forearms into the calves, keep a long back or around the spine. Keep holding the feet Or bring the forearms to the mat or the ground and turn the palms open. Maybe bow the head if you'd like. Take a few breaths. Good. Lengthen your spine to come up. Bring your hands to your ankles and then lift the heart up through the arm bones like you're going to float the heart right up to the sky. Look up. And exhale, release the gaze back towards your feet. Slide your hands along your shins to catch your knees and then bring the legs towards each other. Come to all fours, so sweep the legs around to tabletop. So once you get into all fours, we'll just take a simple cat-cow. So hands, wrists are underneath the shoulders, round the back, draw the navel up and in, drop the tail and the head. And then inhale to drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the heart, look up. Exhale, round your back, draw the navel up and in, drop the tail, drop the head. Inhale, belly drops. Tail lifts, heart opens up. One more time on your own. And then lengthen from your tail to your head, coming into a simple side body stretch. Lift the shins, move them to the right, set them down, and look over your right shoulder towards your feet. And just pause here. Sending breath and awareness to the left side of the body, the hips, the ribs. Using this practice as a way to dispel any stuck energy. So any places where you're feeling tension, where you're feeling sensitivity or tenderness, seeing if we can use this practice to help work through that, to bring us greater ease, greater peace, greater joy. Inhale, lift the shins. Exhale them up and over to the left. Set them down. Look over the left shoulder. Open the right side of the body and take a few breaths. Good. Bring the shins back through center. Curl the toes under. We're either coming to puppy or to down dog. So if that's new for you, puppy pose, you'd walk the hands out. Melt the chest and bring the forehead or the chin to the mat. The elbows stay elevated. It's an active pose. Hips are high. Or if you want dog, a little more vigorous than that, toes are under, knees float up, and hips reach back. Whether you're in dog or puppy, feel free to take some movement in. So maybe wagging the hips, bending and straightening the legs, whatever you need to do. Good. And then eventually, if you are moving, be still, especially if you're in dog. And bend the knees generously if you're in dog. Tilt the tailbone up away from the wrist so you get a little longer in the low back. Let the ears be in line with the arm bones. Lengthen the spine and take a few breaths. Good. Come to forward fold, so you're just going to come up to stand whether you were in puppy or if you were in dog. The feet are going to be hip width. You'll give the head a shake, yes. You'll give the head a shake, no. You'll let the head hang heavy. Either keep the legs straight or put a bend into the knees and wrap the arms around the backs of your legs if you can. Hold your elbows or your wrists or whatever you can hold on to. Legs are straight or bent. Just give yourself a nice hug here, upside down hug. If that's too much, be in a flat back with the hands to the shins or the thighs. A few breaths. Good. If you're holding elbows or wrists or forearms, release that. Bend the knees generously and roll yourself up to stand. Take your time. When you get up to the top, big sun breath, lift up. Exhale right through prayer with the hands. Stand up tall. And remember any intention that you set. How do you want to feel right now? Breathe that in. Exhale, release your arms. Go ahead and step up to the top of the mat. From here, take a nice big sun breath. Inhale, lift. Hands can touch. Bend the knees, bend the hips, and come all the way through prayer to find a forward fold. Tap the ground, drop the head if you can reach. And then inhale, lengthen, bring the hands to the shins, pull the head away from the tailbone. Exhale to a deep fold, bend the knees and the hips, drop the arms and head, and fly up from here, all the way up. Hands will slide through center, again back to prayer. You'll stand up tall and find your breath again. Deep inhale and exhale. As you exhale, release the arms. Take one more sun breath, lift up. As you exhale, stay standing, catch the hips, stand on the left leg and send the right leg back to warrior one. So you're gonna spin the back heel down and just square the hips. So a lot of times we come into a crescent lunge or a high lunge. Right now you're in warrior one. So your back heel is spun down, the back leg is straight, the front knee is bent, the hips are square, hold here. Inhale, lift the arms. Let the arm bones frame the head. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, release the hands behind you. Interlace your fingers if that's comfortable. If not, catch your hips. Open the heart. Just press the backs of the shoulders together. And if you have your balance, look up. Hinge at the hips, even if it's just a couple inches. You could have a long diagonal line from your heel to your head. You could come to more of a flat back like tabletop, or you could come right inside that inner thigh. Hands rest at low back or they reach away. If you're comfortable in this deep version and you want to look at your back foot, feel free. You're going to choose where you want to be, where you're comfortable. Couple breaths. Good. Arm bones pull you up. Release the hands, float the arms above the head to warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Straighten the front knee. Open up to a wide-legged stance. Turn the toes, turn the feet. Widen the feet, bring the wrists right above the ankles. Inhale, lift the arms up. As you exhale, bring your hands to your lower back and drop your chin. Fingers down and elbows back. Lift your heart up, open your chest, open the collarbones, look up. Hinge forward at the hips as you slide the hands along the legs. Either hold in a flat back when your hands get halfway down or come all the way down. Hold the ankles or grab a hold of the big toes or whatever you can reach. And then perhaps stretch out one time, just lengthen out. And then go ahead and go back deeper into your fold. Take a couple breaths there. Good, lengthen your spine. Bring your hands to your thighs and bend your knees. Pressing into your thighs, roll up to sit on, or to roll up to stand. Inhale, lift the arms. Take a big sun breath. Exhale, open the arms to shoulder height and spin the left foot forward. Bend the front knee again. So you're coming back to that original side that you were on for warrior one. Now you're in warrior two. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, reverse warrior. Float back. Take a couple breaths there. Inhale through warrior two. And exhale, cartwheel down. The left arm goes. The right arm follows. You'll pivot on the ball of the back foot and soften the back knee. Your hands could be on ground or blocks. Bow your head to your heart. And just breathe into the back right hip flexor. That psoas muscle of the back leg. Take a few breaths there. You're welcome to stay here or come up on the tips of your fingers, lift the heart, hold, or lift the arms, frame your head. Coming into Anjaneyasana or this knee down lunge. Take a deep in breath. Exhale, dive over the front leg. Let's just take a nice twist here. So press into the right hand, fingers are blocked, and lift the left arm, twist. Take a deep inhale and full exhale. One more deep breath in. As you exhale, release that left hand. Step the left leg back to meet the back leg and come onto your belly. When you get belly down, make a pillow for the head. Stack the palms or the fists. Bend the knees, toes up, and let the legs fall left to right. Circle the shins around one way. Circle the shins the other way. Let your legs come long. Inhale, lift the right leg up to the back of the room. Exhale, set it down. Lift the other leg up. Exhale, set it down. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. As you breathe in, just lift to a baby cobra, so teeny tiny lift. Exhale, release. And do that one more time. Inhale, lift. This time, if you want to lift the legs too, lift. Hover the hands if you'd like. Take a couple breaths. One more deep inhale. And lower down. Take it back to child's. Press into the hands. Stretch all the way back. Knees could be hip width, or you might want to widen the knees. Let the big toes touch. Let the belly come through the thighs. Let the head drop. And take a little rock or roll or movement here if you'd like. You're also welcome to be still. And if you're moving, eventually take it to stillness. If you're in that wide-kneed child and the arms are stretching long, you might want to bring the hands to prayer and bend the elbows and fold the forearms to the head just to get a stretch in the triceps. Take a few breaths wherever you chose to be. Another deep inhale. And exhale, release the arms if they were folded to your head. Shift back to tabletop, all fours. Bring the wrists underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips, and take your hip wag. Just move the hips a couple times, left to right. So nice gentle practice to open up the body, to bring some space in, to just send some love to our bones and muscles and joints and get things moving that might not have been moving around yet. And then come into stillness, curl the toes under, either come back to puppy again or come up to dog. So you'll want to either walk it out far like puppy, right? Or walk it out a little bit so you can curl the toes under and lift up to dog. If you chose to be in dog and you want to take a pedal out this time, feel free. You could come on the balls of your feet. Drop one heel, bend one knee, really press through that back heel. Inhale up. Exhale, press through the other heel if you'd like. Inhale up. Exhale, heels drop, and then eventually come to forward fold. Step the feet up towards the hands. Have the feet hip width distance. Give your head a shake, yes. Give your head a shake, no. Let the head hang. Give yourself a big hug. Wrap the arms around the backs of the legs. Grab onto whatever you can grab onto. Elbows, forearms, wrists, knees bent or straight. Couple breaths. You could always be in that flat back if being upside down doesn't feel comfortable. Release the elbows, bend the knees generously, and roll yourself up. Once you've found the top, pull the arms out enough. And exhale the hands to prayer. You'll pause there, resetting, coming back to your intention. Breathing that in, sending that through your whole body. And exhale, let go. Release the arms. Take a sun breath. Be at the top of the mat, so if you need to walk up, go ahead. Press palms together, bend knees, bend hips. Come all the way forward to forward fold. Release at the bottom. Inhale, lengthen flat back, hands to shins or fingertips to the mat. Exhale, release, bend the knees, deep fold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive all the way to stand, palms touch. Exhale through prayer, eyes can close. Take a deep in breath. And as you exhale, release your arms. Last sun breath for now, so we're at the top of the mat. You're going to inhale, lift. Stay standing. Exhale, open the arms, catch the hips. Stay standing, move on to the right foot, and send the left leg back. So instead of being on the ball of the foot, just spin that back heel down. So we're setting up for warrior one. And I'm in a more shallow warrior one. You could have further space between the legs and be in a deeper warrior one. or even more shallow, so it's up to you. Inhale the arms out and up to frame the head. You'll take a deep breath in there, feeling strong and confident and connected to the earth, stable, grounded. Take a deep in breath. As you exhale, release the hands behind you, interlace your fingers. Either stay, or if you're comfortable, open up the heart. Other option, hands on hips. Look up. Hinge a tiny bit, so there's a long line from head to heel. A little bit more if you'd like, so you're in a flat back. Or even more if you'd like, so you come to the inner edge of that front thigh. Head could drop, arms could reach away from the back. And breathe. Good. Again, arm bones pull you up. Front knee stays bent. Release the hands. Toss them up above the head to Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. Straighten the front knee. Open the body to a wide-legged stance. Turn the toes. Widen the arms. Have the wrists above the ankles. Lift the arms up. Exhale. Touch your low back. Chin down. Fingers down. Elbows back. Float your heart open, look up. And exhale, slide on down. Either stop halfway when you get to a flat back or go all the way. Grab the ankles, the toes, whatever you'd like. And then when you're in your deepest stretch, inhale to lengthen. Pull the head away from the tail. Get more space. And then go ahead back in, deepen your fold. Or keep that flat back. Up to you. Couple breaths. Good. Release the hands off of the toes or the feet or whatever you were holding. Bend the knees. Bring the hands to the thighs. Press off the thighs to lengthen or roll up to stand. And then take your big sun breath. Inhale up. Exhale, arm shoulder height. Spin the front foot to the front heel, lined up with arch of back foot. Bend the front knee, Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana 2. Take a deep in-breath. As you exhale, slowly cartwheel down one arm. The other arm, pivot on the ball of the back foot and soften the back knee. So you're going to stay here. Hands on the ground or the blocks. Hips are low. Front knee above the front ankle. Holding, breathing. Good job. You could stay or come up onto the fingertips. Pull the head away from the heel. Stay here or lift the arms to Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. Take another breath. And then release the hands, touch the ground or the blocks. Press into the left hand, fingers or block. Lift the right arm to take a twist. Holding there, breathing there. Another deep inhale. Exhale, release the hand. Like we did on the other side, slide the front leg back to meet the back leg, and then lower onto your belly. Let's make a pillow for the head. Stack the palms or the fists, bend the knees again. Head drops, and legs windshield wiper side to side. Start to stir the shins around like you're drawing circles on the ceiling with the big toes. And circle the shins the other way. Send the legs long. Let the big toes touch for a moment and send the heels away. So big toes touch, heels away, legs are straight. On fists with the head or flatten out the hands and rest the forehead there. Feel the front of the body relaxed and supported. Feel the low back open up. Feel the beating of your own heart. Feel the rhythm of your own breath. Straighten out your legs, so parallel feet. Bend the left knee so the toe comes up to the ceiling. You could stay right here or turn onto the right side of the face.
Free up the left arm, same arm as bent leg, and reach back and see if you could grab the leg. And now for some of us, it's not going to be there. And if it's not, don't worry, you don't have to get it. But if you can catch it easily, go ahead and take a hold of it and bring your heel towards your bottom. So press that heel towards your bottom. You could hold the outer edge of the foot or the top of the foot, wherever it feels good. And then maybe turn the head back so you're on the forehead again. And then feel the pubic bone and hip points press to the mat till you feel a stretch in the quadricep. If you can't reach the foot, we're just holding here, hands underneath the forehead, and perhaps still trying to feel that stretch in the quadricep without holding the foot. It's not necessary. If you'd like to take a heart opener and a slight back bend here, you could press the foot into the hand and let that peel your chest up off the ground and look forward. Half bow. And then exhale, lower down. Release the foot. Bring that hand underneath the forehead. And switch sides. Bring the right knee. Put a bend in the right knee. Lift the right toes. You could stay. Or turn onto the left side of the face so you can reach the right arm around and grab the right foot. Maybe come back onto the forehead and bring the heel towards your bottom. And then if you want more, press the hips, the hip points, and the pubic bone towards the ground till you get a big stretch. And take a couple breaths. Good. And then press the foot into the hand so it starts to float the chest up if you want that heart opener coming into half bow, looking forward, opening up the armpit, the chest. And then go ahead and release back down. Let's come to one last child. So release the foot, bring the hands underneath the chest. This time, press into the hands. Keep the knees together if that's comfortable. Let the belly and the chest come onto the thighs and take the arms alongside the body. So you're in a little tiny child's pose ball. Chest and belly on the thighs, palms open, shoulders draping over the lap. Couple breaths. Good. Bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. Start to roll up to sit on your heels. If it's comfortable, you're going to stay. If not, come to cross legs. Take the backs of your hands to your lap. Open up the palms. Sit up tall and close your eyes. You're just going to hold there. Before we come on to our backs for some more movement and stretching, we're going to just take a moment to meditate again together. So you're sitting on your heels, backs of hands to the lap, palms open, or you're in a seated position that's comfortable. Spine is long, eyes are closed. Come back to your breath. Come back to the feeling and sensation of your breath. Allowing the breath to help us access the present moment, to help wake us up, to help bring us into alignment and consciousness, to help touch that highest, truest version of ourselves when we're feeling most alive, most awake, most aware, most conscious, most aligned. When everything's in order, our bodies, our minds, our hearts, our spirits, we're feeling our best. Take a deep inhale. And full exhale. Take one more deep in, breathing in any intention that you set. As you exhale, drop your chin, breathe your breath out, bow your head to your heart. Slide your hands off your lap, come to seated, bring the hips off to the side, swing the legs around. We're going to make our way to the mat. We'll do a little bit more work together. So scooch the hips up. You're doing great. So glad that you guys are here tonight. Lift the arms up, sit up tall, and then slowly lower. So tuck the tail, scoop the belly. You could keep coming down without the arms or grab the legs. I'm just going to move my mic. Keep coming all the way down.
And then when you get down, take your big stretch out, just like we began. So ending just like we began. This full cycle. Good. Beginnings and endings. Endings and beginnings. Bring the knees up into the belly. Hold the knees or hold the shins or wrap the arms around the legs. Give yourself a rock. Bring your hands to your knees. Circle your knees just like we did in the beginning. Maybe it feels different now. Maybe you feel different now. And then circle the knees the other way. With the knees up into the belly, open the knees, soles of the feet come towards each other. Hands slide down the shins to catch the ankles, the tops of the feet, or the outer edges of the feet. Hold that. Pull the feet up towards the belly or the groin. Open the knees wide, just like we did in bound angle or Baddha Konasana near the beginning of class. When we were seated like this, same feeling, but now you're on your back. Maybe it's easier. Maybe it feels different. Maybe there's more space in your back, in your low back. Maybe there's more openness in your hips. Just breathing into any area of sensation, any area of tenderness, any area of tension. You're welcome to stay in this bound angle or come up to happy baby. You could shine your feet up to the ceiling, hold the outer edges of the feet or grab a hold of the big toes, peace fingers around the big toes, and take a rock. Good. And then start to pause. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees wide. Bring the hands back to the legs. Bring the legs back together and place your feet on the ground. Let's take the left leg long and hug the right knee into our belly. Hold the knee or the shin and give just that leg a little rock. So you're massaging your hip. Just a little rock side to side to get into that hip crease. Good. And then hug the knee into the belly. Just pause here for a moment. Give it a nice squeeze. Release your low back. Relax the muscles in the face, the forehead, the jaw. If you'd like, hold the back of the leg, extend the leg to the ceiling. If this is too much with a straight bottom leg, you could bend the bottom knee and bring the sole of the left foot to the ground. Otherwise, it could stay straight, up to you. Roll your ankle. They're both good, so whatever feels better. And then roll it the other way. Good. Bend the knee, flex the foot. Breathe out. Inhale, lengthen the leg, point the toe. Just twice more with your breath. Moving at your own pace. The next time you bend your knee and flex your foot, put your foot down on the ground, open the arms to T, and scoot your hips over to the right a little bit. So keep that left leg long now. If it was bent, just straighten your left leg. Bring the sole of your right foot on top of the left thigh. Left hand comes to right knee, opposite hand to knee, and then roll into a spinal twist. So come on the left hip, and then the foot can fall off the thigh. So create like a 90-degree bend in the knee. So the shin would be parallel to the side wall or the long edge of the mat, and then turn the head away from the knee. If it's too much to have the bottom leg straight, you could bend the bottom knee and tuck it underneath the top leg. It's taking a knee down twist. Couple breaths. A lot of twisting tonight, a lot of wringing out, letting go of whatever it is we're holding on to. It's been such a challenging time for everybody. A lot of things going on within ourselves, within our world. So using this practice as a way to let go of what's happening, let go of the anxiety, let go of the stress, try to nurture ourselves so we can show up best, so we can serve best, serve our community, serve our families, serve those who need it most. Come back through center, press into the bottom foot, shift your hips back, Lengthen your right leg, bring your left knee in towards your belly, hold your knee or your shin, and give that leg a rock. Good. It's the last thing we're going to do together. Then we'll come into Shavasana in a moment and eventually come up just to sit for a few breaths together. And then hold this in stillness, so the knees right above the hip crease, and you're going to squeeze onto that shin, so you're giving some gentle pressure to the belly, the digestive organs, the intestines, aiding in digestion, and also loosening the low back. Take a hold of the back of the leg if you'd like. Extend the leg to the ceiling. It doesn't have to be straight. It could be bent. And roll your ankle. And same thing with the bottom leg. If this is causing discomfort in your back, you might want to bend the right knee and bring your right foot to the ground. Take a couple circles. And a couple circles the other way. And then bend the knee, flex the foot, breathe out. Inhale, lengthen the spine, or lengthen the leg, point the toe. Exhale, bend the knee, flex the foot. Inhale, lengthen the leg, point the toe. Last time, bend and flex. Inhale, lengthen, straighten. This time as you bend and flex, go ahead and set the foot down. Open the arms to T. If the right leg was bent, straighten it out again. Press into the left foot. Scooch the hips to the left. You're more on the right hip. Left foot on top of right thigh. Right hand to knee. Leg comes all the way over as you roll onto the bottom hip. And then the foot can fall off, so you can let that shin kind of open up and let there be a 90-degree bend in the knee as you turn your head away from the knee and take a few breaths. Good. Bring the head through center, release the leg, come back onto your spine, press into the bottom foot, shift the hips back. And then straighten that leg and take a moment to move however you'd like. So any last stretching out or hugging in or final poses that you want, take those. And then when you're ready, come to Shavasana. So you'll be on your back, and I'll guide you in case it's new or less familiar, but you just come in when you're ready. Legs are long. They're slightly greater than hip width distance apart. The feet can splay open. There's a long line from the hips to the ankles. Arms are alongside the body, slightly away, a long line from the shoulders to the wrists. Head right in line with the rest of the body. Eyes closed. Let your breath soften. Let your mind settle. And let your body relax. Take the next few moments in stillness and silence, letting this be an opportunity to form a union within yourself, between your mind, your body, your heart, and your spirit, without having to do anything else, just landing, settling, breathing, and allowing the blessings of your practice to infuse deep within yourself, into every cell of the body, into the breath, into the mind, into the heart. And staying here in Shavasana for as long as you'd like, feeling free to continue to rest here if your time allows for that. Or if you're ready to come out with me, eventually begin to just notice the breath without needing to shape or change or control the breath. Just notice that you're breathing. And then start to let the breath deepen. Take in a deeper, fuller in-breath. And a smoother, slower, more complete out-breath. Let the breath extend all the way to the outer edges and corners of the body. Breathing in whatever it is that you're seeking, whatever you need tonight to help support you. And then as the breath deepens and you start to tune back into the body, perhaps bring movement in. You could wiggle fingers or toes or move or don't move in any way that feels comfortable. Eventually come to one side, come into fetal pose, bring the knees into the belly, bring the arms into the chest. Take another moment to rest. Moving slowly and mindfully, press the ground away so you can press yourself up to seated. Keep the eyes closed or a soft gaze to help stay in that place of internal awareness or that inward focus or peace. And then let the backs of the hands touch the lap. Open up the palms, sit up tall. Come back to your breath. Take a deep inhale. And full exhale. The next time that you breathe in, bring the hands together to a prayer position, sealing in your practice and intention, palms touch. And as you exhale, bow your head to your heart. We're going to end together on the sound of Om, the sound of community. This opportunity to seal in our practice and seal in our intentions and sending that universal sound out into the world, that sound of peace, of harmony, of unity, of community, sending that to all those who need it, including ourselves. We'll start with that letting go breath. Take a deep inhale. Exhale through an open mouth. And we'll begin. Deep breath in. As your head bows back to yourself, taking one last moment to honor the divinity and the light that shine within you. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here. I'm really glad that you were with me tonight to practice, and I am wishing you well. And I miss you so much, and I can't wait to see you guys again real soon. So have a beautiful night, fantastic weekend, and we'll be back together hopefully again soon, either online or in studio. So thank you for being here, and I'll see you again next time. So have a wonderful evening. Thanks, Helen and Julie. It was great to have you guys here. So you guys take care, and I'll see you next time. So Monday morning at 9, I'll be back for Gentle Flow Yoga. Feel free to reach out to me anytime if you have any questions, any feedback, any thoughts. I always love to hear from you guys. So have a wonderful evening. Thank you, Shannon. Great to see you. You guys take care and enjoy the weekend.